All right, guys. Whoop, where'd you go? Oh, holy moly. All right, there we go. I'm gonna turn this guy off. All right. Okay, let me know if you guys can see and hear and all that kind of stuff. Man, this was a pain in the rear to get going. So, thanks for being here. And sorry that the audio and video is not what I wanted it to be right now, but that's all right. So please let me know if this is sounding okay and if we're sounding good. And if not, I need to make an adjustment to this. So looking for some people to do that. Looks like there's 9 here right now, but there was a few I know waiting in the background here. So I'm gonna give you just a second to wait for a few people to jump on, and then we'll get started with my thoughts on my YouTube channel and all of that here. So yeah, this has been crazy day, and did not exactly go the way I wanted it to. I wanted to be able to have this go off without a hitch, and that didn't really happen. So it is what it is. But you know, it's all good. We're going to be here and having a good time in just a second. So give me 1 second while I grab something, and I'll be right back. All right. Okay. Let's see. Thanks, Michael. He says yes. W Browser says it's good. Crunch 992 says I can hear you and see you fine. Awesome. Very, very good. Okay. Well, actually kind of nervous right now, believe it or not. I feel like this is the first video I've ever made. So, little bit of history here of my channel and where I'm at and where I have been and all that kind of thing. Pardon me, I'm looking off here to the screen on the side too. If you see me looking, I'm looking at comments and that kind of thing. So I've been doing YouTube for a long time. It seems like it was back in I think it was 2011, beginning of 2011, that I made my first video. So that is what I started doing. Videos was of a product called the GR55. Some of you may know it, that I ended up making a bunch of tutorials for because there was no tutorials on there. And that's where on YouTube, that's where the channel started and kind of built up from there. I started doing some music theory stuff, and that took off a little bit, and it morphed kind of more into a guitar driven channel. And so, you know, it seems like things were going pretty good as far as you know, the channel is concerned. I'm looking at my analytics right now, and I have, let's see, it looks like I have 68,268 subscribers as of today, and which is great. That's an awesome number of subscribers, and I'm super, super happy for you guys. Probably everybody watching this right now, at least live, is a subscriber, because otherwise, how would you even know that this went live? And so what happened is last year, you guys may know, if you've been subscribed to me for over a year, that I had my channel hacked, and my channel was taken over by somebody in Philippines or somewhere, and it ended up I got it back 2 months later, but they had uploaded 1,600 videos, hours and hours and hours of content, and a ton of people unsubscribed because of that. So just in the first, they were only doing it for about a week, and then it was taken down, and it took me another month to get it back. But basically what ended up happening was, I think that at the time I had right around 50,000 subscribers, and immediately in the first day, I knew I lost about 8,000 subscribers, just because they had posted a bunch of videos, and then, you know, people unsubscribed, and then it started going up, and which I thought, okay, well, that's a good thing. But what ended up really happening was, at the end of it, while everything was said and done, it was 62,000, or I had about 58,000 subscribers. And so I think what happened is I think I lost about half of the people that had been a part of my channel. And then just because they didn't want to deal with, everybody, this person posting a bunch of stuff. So my estimate is at least 20,000 subscribers I lost. And so when I got it back and started posting again, that was around about this time last year, actually. When I started posting again, I realized that what is the word? Just the response and the people interacting and all that, the engagement was not what it was before. And so I'd post a video and it would have, right off the bat, like way fewer views than a normal video would have had. And I think what it was is because, YouTube and the algorithm, it's kind of a weird thing, but they know who's watching and what kind of content and all that. So imagine you end up going and your whole channel, you added another 50% of the people on your channel, new subscribers, from people that are completely across the board different from like a guitar YouTube channel. Basically what ends up happening is YouTube doesn't know where to send your video to. So that can be very frustrating when you're putting together content, because you spend time working on it. You spend, a lot of energy making stuff that people will want. And then it's not, I appreciate every single person that has ever watched a video of mine. But, after my channel was hacked, it wasn't getting in front of the same people. It wasn't getting in front of the people that are subscribed to me. So, by the way, hey, thanks guys for joining. I see if some of you guys just commented on there. So yeah, feel free to make comments. I'm going to be answering questions towards the end of this. I want to move a little bit fast here. I was taking a little bit too long. I don't want to make this a super long video, but I wanted to kind of explain what was going on. So towards the end of last year in October, I really started to feel burnout on YouTube, which is, and it's mostly, I think it's because of the channel being hacked and, just not ticking up and getting the response that I wanted to. And so when I decided in October, I decided, okay, I'm going to fine tune things a little bit and start posting once a week. And then, I posted all the way through November. And I think my last video was November 20th of last year was my last video. So it's been about 5 months since I posted a video. And when I actually planned on making this video here on January 1st of 2020. And that's how long it's taken me to actually make this video, because every time I went to go do it, I felt like I'm not ready. I'm still burnt out. I still don't want to get back into the grind of YouTube and doing it and putting it forward. And by the way, I want to say I'm sorry to Patreon subscribers that had subscribed to me. I didn't have a ton. I think I had 30. And I dropped the ball. I was doing giveaways every month, and I'm going to make it up to everybody that was a Patreon here, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I had a guitar I was giving away, and I'm still going to send it. It's almost done, but it just the burnout. I don't know if you've ever been burned out before, but I was just burned out of YouTube. So that's part of it. The production flow, the way I was doing YouTube videos was difficult as far as filming and then editing and then creating a thumbnail and all that kind of stuff and all the stuff that you have to do for YouTube. And then one thing that was a real big killer for me was doing product reviews. And what happens on YouTube is once your channel gets to a certain size, for me, I think it was right around 10 or 20,000 subscribers. It's probably 10,000 subscribers. People started wanting me to do reviews of their products. And usually, I would say 80% of those are not like, not necessarily products I would buy on my own, but they're just, somebody sending something for free. And you know what, when you're like just getting started on YouTube and, you're building it up and somebody says, hey, I want to send you something for free. If you do a review of it, that's like, you're like, sure, man, awesome, free stuff. Everybody loves free stuff. David Burkhardt just said the YouTube algorithm creates a vicious cycle on the creator of content. Good to see you, Kennis. Understand the burnout and need for a break. Yeah, that's what it is. I really just needed a break. So, where was I at before I really interrupted myself? Anyway, so, I was getting product reviews, and, I was trying to put out one video of good content a week, and then people would send me products to do a review of, and it was just hard for me to say no to it. And so, I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say no. And so I'd go, yeah, send me something. And, eventually I started getting a little bit more, what do you call that? Like picky about that. And, it's like, I got to the conclusion where I started saying, okay, unless it's, $50 or more, I'm not going to do a review of it. And then I was like, okay, $100 or more, or maybe instead of sending me one guitar pedal, send me, 4 guitar pedals and I'll review them at the same time and that kind of thing. Anyway, a couple things that I didn't like about that. Number one is, anything that I have on the channel, I really want to be useful. And it got to the point where I was like, how many distortion pedals can I review? Like how many Chinese made distortion pedals that you can buy on Amazon cheap can I review? And it would be one thing if I was like buying the pedal and doing like saying like, hey, this is the cheapest pedal on Amazon or the cheapest pedal I could find on eBay or whatever. And then like just doing like a fun review of that. That's the kind of thing I'd want. But reviews that were something where someone else is depending upon, the content to promote their product, it became difficult. And so I kind of started feeling like I was working for somebody else. Like I'm working for another company and they weren't even paying me. So, that's part of the burnout too, because it was probably at least one a week that I was doing. And what ended up happening is I was having to put videos that I want to make on the back burner to make this video of a product that I got. And then I started looking at it and, you can see kind of back here, there's a bunch of stuff I kind of keep over there and a lot of pedals that were, hey, the Padded Pedal Room guy says, hey, what's up, man? A lot of people, I wouldn't even use this stuff. It was got to the point where I was like, what's the point of this? I'm not even using the product. So yeah, I got it for free, but like who cares if you got it for free if you're not even using it? So, and something at that cost, even if I have to go through the process of selling it, putting it on eBay or whatever, it's like, it's not even worth it at that point. So, that was part of the burnout, and I'll get to where I'm going here in a second. But I just kind of felt like I was, behind working for somebody else. I just wasn't enjoying putting out YouTube videos, at least unless they were videos that I enjoyed. And then I realized that my content that I was putting out was too broad. And one thing I did in that process of once my channel was hacked and I got it back, you may remember if you were following me at that time, I did start another channel, because I didn't know if I'd get this one back. So I started another channel and the guitar YouTube world was awesome. And within a month I had 8,000 subscribers. I was monetized and I was like, awesome. So when I got this channel back, I thought like, well, okay, what do I do with this other channel? And so I decided to take that other channel and brand it as a tech channel. So that channel is actually called Kennis Russell Tech. And I do a lot of like video camera review type stuff. I have this product called the A10 Mini. That's my video switcher. And I've been enjoying that channel. I've actually posted on that one a little bit, maybe like once or twice a month, but just doing reviews kind of off the cuff, not super well scripted, or well edited. It's just kind of a stream mostly, even though I have been editing it, but so that's basically what's happened there. Hey Jamal, how's it going? My Houstonian friend, good to see you. Thanks for joining, man. And, the Padded Pedal Room guy just said, I totally understand you. That's why I've been focusing on playing, music instead of, gear vids. Padded Pedal Room, I'm sorry, I cannot remember your actual name. So, I apologize. But yeah, so, long story short, I made a couple decisions that I needed to to number one, I needed to focus my content on this channel. The types of content that I had done were product reviews, some guitar lessons, music theory lessons and music theory content, gear, just gear tutorials, and a couple interviews. A couple years ago, I had Shane from In the Blues on, and did some stuff like that. So this is where I'm going to go from the future with the channel. Is the first thing is I'm going to focus my content very, very clearly, and that's the first thing I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that everything is fun on my channel. Everything I'm doing is something that I'm enjoying. And I think actually that will work out better for everybody. We've all seen YouTube videos or somebody, and you can tell when somebody's in it and when they're not. And personally, I enjoy it, even if it's not as produced and it looks as good and all that kind of stuff. If the person that I'm watching is enjoying it, they enjoy making the video, that's a lot better than just somebody, hacking out a video every week, just to feed the algorithm. But at the same time, you also do have to feed the algorithm. So I'm going to have a focused content. I'm going to make it fun for myself. I'm going to, and then this is the way that I'm going to do that. A couple years ago, I posted a couple music theory videos for students that I was teaching. And I have a bachelor's in music theory, or a bachelor's in music composition. And music theory was something that I always really enjoyed. It was something that came pretty easy to me in the sense that I got it, like I understood it. I also figured out, like when someone would explain something, like a professor or teacher would explain something, I had this like filter that was like, okay, this is actually how you should say that in order to get people to understand it. So both in high school and in college, I had a lot of people that would come to me and say, hey, I don't understand, what is he talking about? And I would explain it to him in layman's terms or in the way that I thought through it. And then people would say, well, man, why didn't you just say it that way? And I'm not like putting anybody down. It's music theory is not an easy thing to explain, but I just have a knack for explaining it. And then in my history of being a musician, a countless number of people have said, they're decent players, self-taught, that, they want to take that next step of learning music theory, but it's just not, they're just not there. And the road to get to the place where you even have to start is so far that, it's just not even achievable for them. And so I would explain a few things. I'd give like a few nuggets, and like you could see like the light bulbs clicking on their brain and go, okay, I understand that. That makes sense. So long story short, over the last almost 9 years, I took my syllabus that I had for my students that I taught music theory to. This is a long time ago. This is 10 years ago. And I started developing it into a book and a course. And I wanted to make a course that would have, other people could understand music theory easily. So, I did it completely backwards. What I should have done is I should have just made videos. I should have just, done what I'm going to do and make a bunch of videos. But, I wanted to have like the written resources to this. So, I wrote it all out. And then I realized, I needed to have pictures. And so I put in pictures, and I didn't like the pictures. And long story short, 10 edits later, it's about 260 or 160 page book, that I've been writing on and off over the last 10 years, 10 edits, 10 revisions throughout this. And one thing that is a problem, and the way my brain thinks, is I have a difficult time just going for it and doing it. I want to make sure like it's really good. Even making this video today, I'm like, it was hard for me because it was late getting it out. I didn't have everything set up, and I was like embarrassed on that even. And so that's one reason why I didn't put out a whole lot of content, because I was like, I want every video to be good and really high quality. And that's still a desire, but I realized that that's not the primary need. The primary is the content. So I do have this book It is like 99% finished, and I'm going to publish this music theory book on Amazon over the next month is my goal. And then I'm going to start creating a full course, a video course for people to take. The book will be a complement to that. But in the meantime, and to go along with this, I've realized that if I could encapsulate the purpose of my channel and why I want to do YouTube videos, it would be that I want to help musicians be better musicians. And that may sound super simplistic or kind of rudimentary, but that is the goal, is I want every video that I do to in some way help a musician, whether it be a guitar review or whether it be something or some way that, it's like, or a pedal review or whatever, that can still make a musician better, but it's going to come from the content. That's the why I'm making a video, is to help musicians become better musicians. And with music theory, that is a huge part. David Johnson just said, simple music theory. Is that possible? I'm in if you are. Yeah, it is possible. And I've got it laid out. Matter of fact, the way I teach music theory, I don't even use the lines on the staff because that's a barrier for a lot of musicians to even understand music theory because they're like, I don't know how to read music. And all music theory that I've seen has taught from the standpoint of seeing the 5 lines on the staff or, whatever clef you're looking at. And whereas, I have a degree in music composition and I understand all that, most, at least self-taught musicians, don't understand that. So I created this system to teach music theory that doesn't even require reading music, but you still understand everything. It's pretty cool. So what I'm going to start doing is every week, I'm going to make a music theory video, and let me know what you guys think on this. I'm thinking about doing music theory Mondays and doing like a Q&A music theory question, and just putting it out there, just kind of like this. You can't see it right now, but I've got a setup where I've got my keyboard right here. I can look at, we can pull out the guitar. I can show it from different ways of how to think of music theory. And so I'm going to do it on Monday, every week where I'll be doing that. Yeah, this is what Bibster's Repair Shop says. I'm really excited for that coming from the guy that mostly plays power chords for Jesus every Sunday. Would love to be able to understand theory. Man, that's it. That is it right there. I mean, most of what I've played has been in church or in school. Of course, I've been out of school for 20 years, but yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of musicians that way. Pat of Pedal Room says, I'm self-taught. You're right. I don't understand that. It's so true. Christine says, ooh, music theory Mondays. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. Well, for sure, I'm going to do that Mondays. Let me know what time would be good for you guys. I may not be able to do that, but I wanted to know, like, would you guys prefer a Monday morning or a Monday evening, or how would you want that? I'm going to do a live thing. It's going to be a live deal. That way I don't have to edit it. I don't have to do any of that. It's going to be a live taught thing. So, and probably what I'll do is answer a question in the music theory, and that'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to answer that question. And then I'll open it up to other questions. So if there happens to be other things that people, follow-up questions, or it's not clear, or whatever the case is, an opportunity for people to say that, as well as you might have another one. So, oh my gosh, David Burkhart just gave $20 in the live chat. Dude, you rock. You are the man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Man, very, very cool. I appreciate that a lot. That actually, you have no idea how much that means to me. Like I'm about to cry right now. Thank you. Christine Schroeder says, Monday evening. Okay. Monday evening. So far that's what it's got. Monday night, evening would be great. Okay. Well, maybe the Monday evening would be good. Thinking about, getting my kids down to bed. Usually they can be down in Central Time about 8:30, and then I can come up here. So maybe I could do like a 9 o'clock, music theory. Of course, it'd be on after that as well, the replay. So I'll be doing that. Okay, cool. So that's the first thing. Monday music. How did I say that? Monday music theory Monday. There we go. Let's see. You'll be able to watch after 6. Pete C says, okay, awesome. The thing with then all my other stuff on the guitar and that kind of thing, there's a few other kinds of videos I want to make. Again, all going back to the music theory or music, making musicians better musicians. My daughter is 10 years old and she's learning to play bass. My nephew is learning to play bass. My niece is just got an acoustic guitar. She's been playing acoustic guitar. I gave her a guitar about a year and a half ago. She's been playing that. It's a lot of people in my world, in my church or student pastor. She just got a bass guitar that one of the guys in our team gave her because she's been wanting to do that. So I'll probably start creating some like mini courses for that as well on for music, not just music theory, but for music lessons as well. Now that probably won't be like every Tuesday is a bass lesson or whatever. I might even just film those and knock them out and just upload them, film a dozen videos and upload them over the next 3 months or something like that. Or I might even upload them all at the same time. I don't know. And then, a course or a series of videos that I really wanted to make is an acoustic guitar, series of videos for, not just beginners, but the intermediate and to advanced level acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar is actually the what I'm the best at out of everything that I play. Drums and bass and guitar and keyboard and electric guitar. Acoustic guitar is the best thing that I'm personally at. And what's interesting about acoustic guitar is most people, they kind of learn the basics and they, I'll make a video about this, but I have this whole, this theory on where people peak and they stop growing, but they get to this certain point and they don't get any better. And I've known musicians that have played guitar for years and years and years and years, and they're the exact same player they were 10 years before and just don't get any better. And so I've, over the years, when I started to get better at guitar, acoustic guitar, I, again, kind of with the music theory, I figured out certain things. I figured out how to voice chords that are, they just sound awesome. And if I had my setup set up right now, I'd show you even a few with my acoustic guitar. That Taylor back there, somebody gave that to me about 3 years ago, and I want to put it to good use in some videos to kind of pass it along. But I have a system of teaching acoustic guitar that takes like basic sounding guitar to being like, dude, that sounds amazing, and it's not super, super hard. So those are some other things. And then the other kind of thing that I want to do is similar videos to what I've done in the past, which is, doing gear reviews and that kind of thing, but it's going to be from the context of something that I want to do. One of my friends, Steven, who I met through YouTube, he'll call me and ask questions every now and then about something. And I'll think, man, this would be a great YouTube video, just maybe off the cuff, answering a question. How do you put together a acoustic pedal board? What pedals do you want on that? And, what kind of, little gear things do you use and what would you recommend? Or, people, a lot of churches will contact me or give a message or a Facebook message and saying, hey, we're about to put a sound system in. We only have $3,000 budget. What can I possibly do? And I'll spend time like coming up with something for them and texting it to them. And I'll think, man, that would have been a great video. So, but even some of that, it might not even be all produced, but it would just be, something that's more like, me going through Amazon and figuring it out, and you can see exactly what's happening and all that kind of stuff. So, and then as far as the, promoted videos for products, I've decided, I still will do a limited number of paid, product placement videos. I'm no longer going to just receive a product and make a video for it. But if somebody's willing to pay me hundreds of dollars to send me a pedal to do a review or a microphone or whatever the case is, I will be willing to do that. And I'm going to charge for it. And so any products you see on the channel from here on out, well, number one, they'll either be paid, and it's gonna be worth my time to do it, which is gonna prevent the burnout because if you're paid $300 to make a video, I can justify spending 3 or 4 hours putting that together and making it good, uploading it. That's really worth my time. $50, I'd rather just go work a job and make $12.50 an hour if I'm going to work for 4 hours to make $50. Is that how the math works? I think it is. So, the other thing is, or I might do reviews of things that I really haven't been paid, but they're products that I use and have made me a better musician, or made my world easier as far as that's concerned. So those are the two type of things that I'm going to be doing. And then if you just now joining me, I was talking earlier about my second channel. My second channel is going to be just all tech channels. There might be some overlap on that as well. So, but those things will be posted onto that channel. And then one last thing that I thought about, and let me know if you guys would be interested in this or not, but I thought about creating a music theory group on Facebook for people to be able to ask questions and interact and help each other out as well. I'm a part of a couple music theory groups right now on Facebook, and I like them. But like I said before, they are definitely in the world of like, you need to know the lines on the staff. And sometimes the questions are answered way over the head of the person that's asking the question. I can just tell by the way that the question's been written that they're not understanding what the answers are saying. And there's a little bit of, honestly, if we're all honest with each other, there's a little bit of snobbery in the music world. If somebody knows something or they're good or whatever, sometimes there's like a I'm going to prove how good I am by talking over your head type thing. I don't like that at all. I've always hated that. So with the way that I teach music theory, having not to do with the lines on the staff, but it's more teaching from the keyboard in an understandable way that you don't have to have a degree, then I will, maybe we could do that. And maybe that'd be kind of fun for all of us to do this. Lillian Reed just said, Facebook group sounds good. Music Theory Monday sounds good. She says, great to me. I'm a beginner and really need this. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Petra says, please give me the GR56. I think you might mean GR55. There you go. GR55. He said it. Yeah, I'll maybe make some other videos on the GR55. I have not done that. Not even played my GR55 in about 3 years, other than pulling it off the shelf and making a video for a friend that, or not making a video, just finding out how to do something for a friend. In fact, I've even thought about selling my GR55, but I can't bring myself to do it because that's kind of how I got my channel started. Okay. And then this might be the last thing is, by the way, if you have any questions right now, go ahead and ask them in the comments, and I will, I'll answer them here. I'm going to get going here in just a minute. But if you have any questions or you want to say something, please do so. By the way, I was so discouraged earlier at 9 o'clock when an hour and a half ago when I said I was going to go live, and I had all these technical difficulties. I couldn't get the mics to work and couldn't find half of my mics. I have a box somewhere that has a bunch of mics in it. I couldn't find it. Anyway, that's why the audio is not as good as it will be in the future right now. But that being said, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, I wanted to say this too. This is kind of an interesting thing. I do have some notes here that I wrote down. That's why I'm looking down here. I have this last year, as I was going through this and getting burned out, I was diagnosed with ADHD, which probably a lot of musicians are. Probably a lot of you guys have ADHD as well. And that's why I'm kind of, I think, chaotic right now in the way my brain is processing things. But what's cool about it is I did get on medicine, and it's been very, very nice for me. And I know some people have had different responses to it and all that, but I'm on medicine. And so during the days, I'm a lot more put together, and I'm a lot more, like I'm able to accomplish a lot more. And it's been very, very, very nice. But a part of that the ADHD is anxiety. And so I've been feeling this anxiety. And I think that's one of the reasons for the burnout. And so right now before this stream, I was feeling that anxiety, and I just want to say thank you for everybody watching this. I'm looking right now, there's about 22 of you guys on right now. There's 194 total playbacks so far. I know people are kind of in and out and everything. So, but thanks guys for watching and being a part of this, being a part of my channel, because it really does mean a lot to me. And just from these comments of everybody being excited about music theory on Mondays, that'd be great. So I'll let you know on that. And then I'm going to get a website up at some point. I hate building websites. I've built them in the past and I can't stand them. So I'm going to just have to plow through that and build my website. And then also I will be doing a, probably some product and some things like that. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to do just product. Like, I don't see a t-shirt. Like, I wouldn't buy somebody's shirt that just had Kennis Russell channel on it or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with some music theory puns or something and make some shirts out of it. I'm not really sure. Mark says, stay positive. Having a plan is most of the battle. Thanks. And then, yeah. Anyway, that's it. What questions do you guys have? And if you don't have any, that's fine. And we'll close this up, here shortly. So probably this week, stay tuned to, I do have actually one pedal review coming out this week that somebody did pay me for, and I'm excited to do that. And I'm going to get my setup done where it's really easy, hopefully, to edit that and get it up. And by the way, I will only do the most one pedal or one review a week. That's going to be it. I'm going to limit it to that. And I don't even want to do that many reviews per week, but that's going to be the max amount of limit that I have. So, that's it. All right. Let's see, the pedal room. I want to say thank you, Kennis. You helped me. Oh man, that's awesome. You helped me kickstart my channel when you gave me a shout out last year. You got me my first 50 subs, man. That's awesome. You rock. If it was not for you, I would have stopped YouTube. Jeez, man, that's very encouraging. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, guys, go subscribe to his channel now if you're not already. Dan Wilson says, hey, Kennis, joining the live stream late. Hope you're doing well. I've been battling anxiety issues since I was young. I get it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'll go through this cycle, and I guess just the way my brain's wired, but I'll have, I'll have like a good up and then I'll have it down. And sometimes there's a reason for it. And sometimes there's not. Let's see. Major Upgrade says, good to see you again. Thank you. It's good to be seen. I appreciate that. And I guess I'll recap before, keep your questions coming on. And I'll just recap for anybody just joining what's going on. But, last year, November 12th was the last video that I've posted. And I've been getting, I got burned out. I just burned out on YouTube. So I've stopped for the last 5 months. I'm back. But I'm going to have a more focused channel, and I'm going to focus on music theory. I'm going to do music theory Mondays. I'm going to have guitar lessons, bass lessons, acoustic guitar lessons, gear put together lessons, and tutorials. And I'm only making videos that I enjoy making. And I think that's going to make more enjoyable videos to watch and engage with as well. My purpose and my why is to help musicians become better musicians. So every video that I'm going to put out will hopefully help a musician become a better musician. And that's it. So the Kennis Russell channel is back. I'm excited about it. Thanks so much. Thanks for being here. I don't even know how to end this, but I'm gonna head on out, guys, and I will see you at least, if nothing else, next Monday. It'll probably be 9 o'clock Central Time for Music Theory Mondays. And if you have any music theory questions, feel free to go to my Facebook page at Kennis Russell or facebook.com/Kennis Russell and leave me a music theory question, or you can just put it in a comment and I'll see it. And finally, Michael says, good idea to take a break, Kennis. We all need to take a break every so often. That is true. That is true. And I am on my way back. So guys, I'm going to hit end here in just a second. Again, thanks for being here. I'll see you soon. I appreciate you guys so much. And I appreciate, I really appreciate David Burkhart. He gave $20 in super chat. That's just amazing. So, a couple people are now joining right now. But let's see you next time. And Super Gigawatt says, good to see you back. Thanks. And Major Upgrade says, be you, serve people. We'll look forward to new content. And you can't end it any better than that. So, guys, thank you. I'll see you next week, Music Theory Mondays. And you're awesome. Have a good one.